That's a net loss to Albertans of nearly $500 billion in just 20 years.
So what would happen if Alberta just stopped paying? Would Canada even survive? Hey there, my name is Dan and this is Unfiltered, where we break down the big conversations shaping Canada without the noise, no rants, no lectures, just real talk over a coffee. Today we're going to tackle one of the biggest, equalization. What is it? Why are Albertans so angry? And here's the kicker. What would happen to the rest of Canada if Alberta actually left? So stick around because you might be surprised by that answer. Think about it. When one province contributes more than it gets back year over year, isn't it fair to ask the question, is the system broken? And if Alberta's gone, who's going to pick up that slack? This video, it's not about finger pointing. It's about asking whether a system built decades ago still works for Canadians today.
We know this because the videos that precede the online surveys contain information that's meant to push people in a particular direction.
She says most academics don't understand equalization.
I don't know that it's possible to simplify and clarify that enough so that people can just say, okay, this is clearly what's going on and what needs to change.
Economics professor Moshe Lander agrees.
If some provinces are doing better than others, then their responsibility is to transfer money to those weaker provinces to make sure that everybody has the same rough level standard of living. That's part of what makes Confederation.
So, according to them, Albertans, or Canadians for that matter, aren't informed enough to give an opinion. That's a bit of a dangerous assumption. But here's what's interesting. For once, we're seeing strong, thoughtful ideas coming out of Alberta. The Premier and the people saying enough is enough. And Saskatchewan's Premier Moe taking notice as well. Their voices in Saskatchewan are also being heard. Why does this seem scary to the elites and some politicians? Isn't it their job to take direction from the people? Or have they forgotten who actually pays the bills? Think about this one. When leaders actually listen to their people, isn't that how democracy is supposed to work? Or have we let the experts in Ottawa convince us that only they know what's best for us? And here's another thought. Isn't it refreshing to see provinces actually leading on big issues instead of waiting for Ottawa's permission? Maybe it's time more Canadians ask their own leaders, when will you listen to us? Are everyday Canadians smarter about this than the experts give them credit for? Drop your comments in your province below.
He has a degree in economics from the University of Calgary. This is not somebody who's ignorant on economics. So rather than asking Albertans what they think about equalization, how about using that economics degree and explaining to Albertans why equalization exists, why it's supposed to work, what it's supposed to do?
I got you covered. No worries. I'm SMRT. I can explain equalization. No problem. Okay, let's make this simple for the elites. Equalization, it's like a family dinner where everybody puts money in a pot. The goal to make sure every province can deliver services like healthcare, education, and social programs so no one's left out. Makes sense, right? But here's the catch. Alberta's been bringing the steak, the lobster, and dessert every single time while they're getting back a side salad without any dressing. Since 1965, Alberta hasn't received a penny from equalization, even during tough times like oil price crashes. Meanwhile, some provinces, like Quebec, have been having a steady dinner with guests and their plates overloading decade after decade. Now look, helping provinces in need, that part makes sense. It's a Canadian thing to do, looking out for each other. But the bigger question here is, does this system encourage real growth or just dependency? And is it fair to keep taking from provinces that are already pulling more than their own weight? Is it time to rethink how Canada shares the pot? I want to hear from you. Drop your province in your comments below.
One idea being discussed by the panel is reforming federal equalization and transfers. Since 2005, Alberta taxpayers have contributed, on average, $23 billion more per year to the federal government in federal taxes than they received back in projects, benefits, and other spending from Ottawa. That's a net loss to Albertans of nearly $500 billion in just 20 years.
$500 billion gone in 20 years. Alberta hasn't seen a dime since 65, but now we see Albertans pushing ideas that just make sense. And Premier Moe in Saskatchewan talking about possibly doing similar things. Maybe this isn't just an Alberta thing. It's a sign Canadians are finally waking up. Why does this threaten politicians and Ottawa elites? Shouldn't leadership come from listening to the people? Imagine if every premier asked their people first before Ottawa. Isn't that how our system is meant to work? Should provinces collect more taxes and send less to Ottawa? Would that fix our system or break it?
What if we cut out the middleman and instead had provincial governments that are responsible for delivering health, education, and social services collect around 60% of all taxes, with Ottawa receiving the rest? Ottawa, in turn, would be able to end most transfer programs to the provinces, along with all the strings, bureaucracy, and waste attached to them.
Cutting out the middleman, provinces collecting most taxes, no more federal strings. Could this fix equalization? Or would it just create more chaos? But maybe the real question is, why does Ottawa resist this idea so strongly when it's Canadians from coast to coast who pay the bills? It's bold, it's disruptive, but maybe that's what Canada needs right now. Would this create fairness or fracture? Drop your province and your thoughts in the comments below.
So what say you, Alberta? Should Alberta take a lead role in working with the other provinces to reform federal transfers and equalization by having the provinces collect a larger share of overall taxes, with Ottawa collecting less? And are there any other strategies Alberta should be looking at to alleviate the massive federal fiscal drain to Alberta?
Maybe that is the question. Should Alberta lead reform or chart its own path? Are Alberta and Saskatchewan the only provinces where the premiers understand that they work for the people? Maybe Ottawa could take some notes. Canada, it's your move. It was my hope in today's episode of Unfiltered that maybe we all get a better understanding of where Alberta is coming from and why they seem so angry. My hope is that I've shed some light on that, and possibly some introspection on what our provinces in the rest of Canada could be doing better or what we are doing right already. Would your premier listen to you? Thanks for watching this episode of Unfiltered. If this conversation matters to you, help keep Unfiltered fully independent. Drop us a super thanks or buy us a coffee at the link below in the description. No pressure. The biggest support is just you watching, commenting, and sharing this video. We'd also love to hear from you. Which province are you watching from? Do you think your province would stand with Alberta or against Alberta? This is a grassroots channel, and it's your voice that matters here, so make sure you comment below. And don't forget, we're on TikTok too, where we drop super shorts that hit hard on the topics that we cover here on Unfiltered. Follow us there if you want to stay in the loop. And if you found this video helpful, check out this one over here. It's called Bill C5, Nation Building or Power Grab. It's a deep dive into another federal decision shaping Canada's future. My name is Dan. Thanks for watching. This is Unfiltered.